Hello children, what can you see on your screens right now? It is picture of a house. This house is big. What about this house? This house is bigger than that one. Now what about this house, children? What will we say when we compare it to both the other houses? This is the biggest house in the street. So what are we doing here? We are comparing all these three houses. So children, do you know in this video what we are going to discuss? We are going to discuss or we are going to talk about degrees of comparison. Okay, in this screen, you will see some adjectives. Which are those adjectives? Big, bigger, biggest. These three words are used to describe the house. What are degrees of comparison? Comparisons of quality between two or more things. Let us look at some examples to understand how degrees of comparisons work. Look at these three sentences. Priya's voice is sweet. Riya's voice is sweeter than Priya's voice. Sheila's voice is the sweetest of all. Now, in these three sentences, can you identify the adjectives? The adjectives are sweet, sweeter, and sweetest. Sweet, the word sweet gives us the quality. It does not say how much this quality is. In such cases, it is called a positive degree. The word sweeter in the second sentence says that as compared to Priya, Riya has more of the quality of sweetness. So here we say it is a comparative degree. In the third sentence, the word sweetest. Here, by using the word sweetest, we are saying that Sheila's voice has the greatest amount of the quality of sweetness. The word sweetest is in the superlative degree. So children, there are three degrees of comparison. The first is positive degree. In positive degree, we will find simple form of adjective which gives a quality. And in sentences, you will find that this adjective is followed by as, and before the adjective also you will find as. The second degree of comparison is comparative degree. Here there is comparison between two objects. Here the quality is a little higher degree than the positive. Now to write comparative degree, there are two ways. We can either have adjective and we add er to the adjective followed by than, or we can see that in comparative degree we will find the word more plus the adjective plus than. These are two different ways of writing comparative degree. Next is superlative degree. In superlative degree, again there is a comparison, but the comparison is between more than two objects. And this is the highest degree of comparison. Superlative degree also can be written in two ways. It can be either adjective and we add est to the adjective plus of, or we can write it as most plus adjective. Let us see how degrees of comparison are formed. You can see on your screens a table. The first column gives us some rules that we can follow. The next three columns shows by using these rules how we can change positive to comparative and comparative to superlative. So the first one is adding er and est. Er will be added to make comparative degree. est to make superlative degree. Now the word given in positive degree column is short. To make it into comparative degree, we will add er, shorter. To make superlative degree, we add est. It becomes shortest. The next rule is adding r to comparative and st to make superlative. So the word in positive degree is fine. To make it comparative, we add r. So the word becomes finer. And to make superlative, we add es. We add st to e. So the spelling is fine and then we add st. So the word becomes finest. The next rule is adding IER to comparative and IEST to superlative. Here we are replacing the last alphabet. See the example given. Happy is the positive degree. To make it comparative, we have removed the last alphabet Y and we have replaced it with IER. Happier. Same way for superlative, again we have removed Y and we have added IEST. So it is happiest. Next rule is double last letter and adding ER and EST. So the example we have taken here is of the word fat. Now to make it comparative, we have added one more T and we have added ER. So the comparative degree becomes fatter. The superlative degree is fattest. So we have added one extra T and we have added EST, fattest. Next rule is adding more and most. So here what we are going to do is we are going to add the words more or most to the adjective. So we are not going to change the spelling of the adjective, but we are going to add an extra word. So here we have taken the example of splendid. To make it comparative, we have added the word more, more splendid. To make comparative, we add more, and to make superlative, we add most, most splendid. If you take the example of beautiful, to make it comparative, we will say more beautiful, and to make it superlative, we will say most beautiful. Now, there are some exceptions to degrees of comparisons. We have seen examples where we have added alphabets, we have replaced some alphabets, or we have added words. But there are some exceptions where the word completely changes. Here we have taken the example of good. Good is a positive degree. To make it comparative, we use better. And to show superlative degree, we use the word best. So instead of changing spelling, adding words, adding alphabet, replacing alphabets, what we have done, we have changed the entire word. So these are some exceptions. Question. Rewrite the sentences using appropriate degree of the adjective in the brackets. Look at the first sentence. Mangesh was, in the brackets they have given strong. Ravi. So here what we are trying to say, we are trying to say that one person is stronger than the other person. So how will we use this adjective strong to show comparison? Strong becomes stronger. Mangesh was stronger than Ravi. Paramveer Chakra is India's high military decoration. Now what do we want to say here? Here we want to say that Paramveer Chakra, there is no other military decoration which is higher than that. It is the highest one. So high will become highest. You will write the sentence as Paramveer Chakra is India's highest military decoration. The volcano that erupted in August 1883 was the bad of all. So here we are saying that this volcano which erupted in this particular period was something bad and there was nothing which was worse than this. So how will we frame the sentence? Instead of bad, we will use the word worst. Remember children, we were talking about exceptions where we changed the entire word and I gave you the example of the word good. Good became better, better became best. So bad is again an example of that kind of exception where That if we have to use in higher degree, we change the word to worst. Yonamine was beautiful of all the girls in Okinawa. So how will we change this word beautiful if we have to compare Yonamine to all the other girls in this particular place? Yonamine was the most beautiful of all the girls in Okinawa. So we have added the word most. Cherrapunji is the wet place on earth. So the adjective wet will be changed to wettest. Cherrapunji is the wettest place on earth. Change the degree of comparison as directed. Akbar was the greatest of the kings. Here we have been told to use positive degree. So which is the adjective in the sentence? First we need to identify the adjective. The adjective is greatest. So greatest is in superlative degree and we need to change it to positive degree. So how will we frame the sentence? No other king was as great as Akbar. So when we're changing from superlative to positive, first we will identify the adjective. The adjective was greatest. Greatest, if we have to write in positive form, we will use the word great. And as we discussed earlier in the video, positive degree we will find that it is as plus adjective plus as. So we have as plus great plus as. To turn from superlative to positive, we have added no other king. Why? Because we have to show that there is no one who is better than Akbar or greater than Akbar. That is why we have used here no other king was as great as Akbar. No other military decoration in India is as high as Paramveer Chakra. Here we have to change to superlative. So first let's identify the adjective. The adjective is high. So what is the superlative form of high? It is highest. So how will we frame the sentence? We will write it as Paramveer Chakra is the highest military decoration in India. Mizo is the most widely used language in Mizoram. Here we have to change to comparative degree. So first let's identify the adjective. The adjective is widely. This is a superlative degree they have used. They have given most widely. So to make comparative, we will replace most with more. Okay? And how will we frame the sentence? We will write it as Mizo is more widely used than any other language in Mizoram. So from superlative to make it into comparative, first we identified the adjective which is widely. Then we have replaced the word most with more because the word most is used with superlative degree and more is used with comparative degree. Okay. Then other than that, if we see that we have added than any other language. Okay, so we use the word than. Okay. Next, performing an experiment is more interesting than reading. Here we have to change it to positive. So more interesting is the adjective which needs to be changed. How will we change this? Reading is not as interesting as performing an experiment. So here we removed more and we have added as before interesting and after interesting. The peacock is the most beautiful bird. This we have to write in comparative. So the adjective beautiful, to show superlative degree, they have given most. To make it into comparative, we will replace most with more and we will add than any other. Okay. So first we identified the adjective, which is beautiful. Now, to show in superlative degree, they have used most beautiful. Since we have to change it to comparative, we have replaced most with more. More beautiful. Then after beautiful, we have added than any other word. Okay. So in comparative degree, the sentence is written as the peacock is more beautiful than any other bird. So children, with this we finish explanation for degree of comparison. Thank you for listening. Goodbye and take care.